Hey y'all, in case you're just now tuning in, my name is Angela and I am a Southern woman. I'm 54 years old, I'm married, I have 2 children and 3 grandchildren. I love life and I love people, and I just wanted to take you on my journey every day, just maybe do a video and upload it and let you see how my day's going, and perhaps you can comment on the bottom how in the comments how you're feeling today. I just got my shower and got my clothes on, and I'm gonna dry my hair and fix it. And I thought I'd let y'all watch me do this. Can't promise it'll be all that entertaining, but we'll see where it goes. But I can always speed things up, I guess. Alright, well, I'm going to dry my hair and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Alright, I got my hair dried as good as I can get it. And I've got my curling iron getting hot. This one. I'm going to see how it does. You see my sensor on my arm? That's what I was talking about in my earlier video about how this is a lifesaver, but it's aggravating at night. But it does wake me up when my sugar drops. I'm hypoglycemia, which means my blood sugar drops and I have to eat something to make it come back up. So, yeah. Okay, I'm eating hair this morning. How are y'all doing this morning? Well, I got my bathroom cleaned up. I did it before I took my shower. And I'm still doing laundry. And I still got to have to clean the kitchen from this morning. And a little bit from last night. I think they went back in there and messed up a little bit. But anyway, it's what I'm going to be doing today. And I'll probably upload a video of me cleaning the kitchen, or, letting you guys see what I do every day. And I also got to get back on my studies. I'm going to go into the, what they call the study plan. It's an area inside the software that we use at school, and it's for the students. But you can go into it, and it's called the study plan. And it allows you to take work problems and different things that you're on in that section. It's separated by the section. And you can go on there and then pick which one you want to work on and do it. And I don't know if you get credit for it or not, but it does help you. And at this point, at my age, I need all the help I can get. I work very hard, and I'm going to continue to work very hard in school. I may not be the best, have the best grades or the best, which I've got pretty good grades, I think. Not what I'd like to have, but I'm thankful. I can't be unthankful for it all. It's what I've worked for, and I'm gonna continue to work harder and do better. Do even better than what I'm doing now. How about that? Let's just think of it like that. But we're going to get this hair rolled up and see if we can get something done with it. I've got to make a trip to Walmart today to pick up some grocery items, and I'll do a video when I go there and upload it so you guys can see what my local Walmart offers and what we have in our store. And I think it'll be a fun trip. So y'all can hang out with me and just enjoy your day. I know when I have lupus, so there's days which I've had some really good days lately, but on the days that I do have bad days and I'm vomiting and I can't seem to get up out of the bed, my YouTube family, the people that I follow on YouTube that I watch, I call them my YouTube family, they kept me entertained. and it helped me with battle my depression and everything. Because you know, when you're like that, when you're sick and you're confined to a bed, you do tend to get a little depression going on there. I don't know if anybody else has ever dealt with that, but having YouTube at my bedside, you know, with the remote by my bedside where I could just turn it on and watch my people. I love that, and it helped me through some difficult times. So I'm thankful for that. There is several people that I watch on a regular basis. I love thrifting shows, and I love trash picking shows and stuff like that. And people can say what they want, but I like watching stuff like that. And I like antique shopping and stuff like that. And I like grocery store trips, and I just love shopping altogether, I guess. But I have got several. I think I uploaded one video to my channel, and it was about, I went to the flea market. It was an indoor flea market in Childersburg, Alabama. If y'all get a chance, y'all go on my YouTube, Always Southern, and check that out, because I've got some good videos over there. I do need to take me a course on how to edit and how to do the videos the correct way, because I've never done editing in my life, so I've got to learn that. But I'm hoping maybe, I know this fall I'm signed up for fall classes, but I've already got a full schedule, so I'm not going to be able to do this until the next availability. I guess it'll be probably the next fall. But I plan on taking a computer course to help me learn how to navigate around this whole thing, the whole internet thing. You know, growing up, I didn't have a computer, and I wasn't as fortunate as we weren't. I'll speak for everybody that was born in the 70s. I was born in I was born in 71. And growing up, we didn't have a computer or anything. So I wasn't, I've never been really computer savvy. But I do know a few things by being married to a computer programmer and a son that has gotten his certification in Google IT, and he's already got his associate's degree, and he's going to Montevallo University come August, and I'm so excited for him. He's got his associate's degree, but he's going to be working towards a bachelor's degree, and he wants to work in gaming design, video games. And he had gotten accepted at SCAD to start with, and we went to the orientation and took him and everything. We enjoyed ourselves so much. We had booked a bed and breakfast, and we stayed at while we were up there. So we got to view and go around the town and just kind of get familiar with everything and everyone. And we enjoyed it. The only thing is when it came down to the finances, as far as how much it was going to cost to put him in a school like that, and for him to accommodate him on his living expenses and so forth, we discovered we weren't well enough to. We couldn't handle that, and he couldn't either. It was just extremely a lot of money. Very good school. Matt had all kinds of scholarships. I think his scholarships totaled like a little over $30,000 in scholarships, but the total thing of it was going to be like $70,000 or $80,000. So to come up with that kind of money, it's really hard. I would have loved to have seen him go to that college though, because it's in Savannah, Georgia, by the way. I don't know if I said that, but SCAD is an exceptional college to go to, especially when you're trying to get in the field of video gaming and stuff like that. But many of, I'll say, prospectors or people that deal with video gaming and stuff, many of them have come from that school. It's just a really, really good school to be at. But I'm not saying anything negative about where he's going, because he does seem to fit in and work. His schedule seems to work with him, and everything seems to be okay so far with him going to Montevallo. But I'm just exceptionally proud of him and my daughter. My daughter is starting her second year, and she's already started it, her second year of criminal justice. And she has to go 4 years in order to get her degree. She's working for a degree in order to be, to work with forensics. She likes to blood splatter and murder and all that. She's that type of person. She likes gross stuff like me. I guess she gets it from her mama. I like scary books too, and I like to read. I love Stephen King, and Dean Koontz is one of my favorite. But yeah, I've got a lot of favorites that out there. And another one that has become one of my favorite authors is Joe Lansdale. Now, I don't know if y'all have ever heard of him. Wonderful author. I don't know much about him. I just know that I've read a few books of his. And the only reason I read them was because my husband put it on my ebook, and I was like scanning through to find, well, what am I going to read next, you know? And it was on there, and I read the about where it says about, and I read that, and it just struck a key with me. I'm one that I like. I'll tell you a little bit about it, I guess. I guess it wouldn't hurt. These two guys, they're real good friends and everything, and they work together, and the guy lives in an old house. The way it describes it, it's like a shotgun house. And underneath the floorboards of the house is the previous owner had buried a bunch of bodies under there, and it turned out to be kids that had come up missing in the neighborhood. And so the whole time he dug up his floorboards of his house, and he buried these children in the ground, put the floorboards back, and the whole time, I think it was Hap or Leonard one. Anyway, the whole time he was living there, he didn't know it. Until they started having problems with things and having to get repairs and stuff, and then that's when they found it. But it's a really good book. I encourage everyone, if you don't read, pick up a book and open up your mind. It takes you to a whole different place. When I was a kid, growing up, if you wasn't outside working or doing something, and being productive, then you're doing bad. You were considered bad. So I, on the other hand, I worked in the yard. I helped feed the animals. I did everything that I was supposed to do, work in the garden. We all did everything. But on my time, when I had time at night or so, I would grab a book, and that would help me escape the reality of where I was, what I was going through at that time, at that period of time. And it's just a way to escape, and it was my outlet. And through the years, I have devoted a lot of my time to reading different authors. Now I had gotten, and I do apologize, there was this one author that reached out to me on TikTok, and I got her book, and I started reading it and everything, but she wanted me to do a book review, and I never did get to it, and I never actually did go back to her book, because at that time I was going through losing my mother, and I had just lost my mom, and it had put me in a state of mind where it was hard to deal with, and it's still hard to deal with. But I did not ever do the book review, and I didn't finish the book. And so my intentions is to go back in and find her book. It's on my ebook. I will go back in and find her book and read it and then do that review. And I've got to do that. I'm going to do that. I think I'll start on that book tonight. But it's hard to get through some emotional times. But I have always found that books do help. So, but if y'all are feeling down today, and if you've lost someone that's close to you, my heart goes out to you. It's hard to deal with losing someone you love and care about. So, and my mom was my everything. She really was. I mean, besides my husband, and my kids and grandkids, my mom was just always there. And she was always in my corner. A mama's going to be in that baby's corner. We're going to be rooting for our kids. If you're a good mama, that's what you do. You help your kids, and you be there for your kids and your grandkids also. But to be there, I miss her not being here. But life has got to go on, and I know that one day, when the Lord takes me home, that I'll get to see my mama again. My mama used to tell me when she was living, she'd say, Angie, well, she called me Pumpkin most of the time, until I got older and she started calling me Angie. But she'd say, she said so much that I get emotional thinking about it. I'm sorry. I feel like if she was here with me right now, she would tell me, stop worrying so much about things. Let God handle it. And to love everyone. I've been really upset lately because of and I don't mean to jump from one thing to another, but this is where I'm going. I've been really upset about what's been going on in politics and in our world, and how people are being mistreated, and it affects, it breaks my heart. It really does. But I'm always praying for those that are less fortunate, and those that don't have. And I'm all for, I'm not for the big beautiful bill, as if you've been watching my videos, you know that I'm not for that. And the reason I'm not for that is because of all the cutbacks that he's doing. And the truth of the matter is, he's only doing it to put money into the billionaires' pockets, and to give them that tax break is what they want, and give them the money that they are cutting back on the things that we need for our economy, for our nation, in order to thrive. He's cutting back on, and so many people and families are being affected, or will be affected. And the way it talked was, in the big beautiful bill, was that all of this would not take place till 2025. I mean, no, it's 2025 now. 2028 is when it all was going to take place. Is what that was written down. And I got to thinking about it, and then I started paying more attention. That's about the time that election is going to be going again, and we're going to be voting in a new president and all. Perhaps that we can all come together and vote for the right person this time, and get somebody in there that's going to be for the people, and for the poor, and for the middle class. Having said that, I have nothing against people that are fortunate or that have money or anything like that. I'm not saying bad things about them. I'm just saying it's not right to take from the poor and give to the rich. And that's like, Robin Hood type thing. And except for he did the opposite. He took from the rich and gave to the poor. He was a good guy. I guess you've read the book or seen the movie. But I think that we all just need to be thankful and start thinking about before we react to others and say things to other people that may be hurtful. And I myself am the world's worst about saying something and not thinking about what I need to say, before I say it. And I'll go home that night and things will go through my mind before I'm trying to go to sleep, and I'll be like, did I say that right? Did that, when I was talking to that person, did it come out right? Did I hurt their feelings? And things like that go through my mind, and I'm like, I worry about what I put other people through, and I shouldn't let that bother me so badly, but I do. I'm just human. But I feel like before we say something ugly to somebody or we make a judgment call on someone, I think we should all put our feet in that person's shoes and feel and know what they're going through, because you never know what that person next to you is going through. So be kind and nice to those around you. That's just my thoughts on everything. And probably many will agree on that. But I'm flipping it out. This is what I'm doing. I started out rolling it in. Now I'm flipping it out. I do this quite a bit. Change up the hairstyle. When I washed it, I put conditioner in it. So to kind of where it won't be so dry. The weather being like this, we have a lot of humidity here in the South, and you can fix your hair. I don't know about y'all, but I can fix my hair, and I can go out this door, and by the time I'm out there in the air and everything, my hair's frizzing. It's kinky. It's looks oily. It just totally changes my hair. Now, I don't know if it would be like that if I lived in a dry climate or not, but we here in the South, I guess everybody's hair does like that, so we're not too judgy about people on their hair, I guess. I'm not anyway. I'm not. I'm gonna put this up real quick. Yeah, I think I'm just going to leave it like this. I still do have to go put my makeup on. And sometimes I don't wear makeup when I'm going to school in the mornings. Honey, I like to be there at 7:30. I like to be at school at 7:30 and sitting in my chair at the table, ready. So I get there about 7:30, right either before the teacher or right after the teacher gets there. And I've been doing that since school started. And the reason I do that is because I feel like if you make a point, and I did not do this let me say this, when I worked in pharmacy, I was not adamant about being on time. I don't know where my priorities were at that point in my life, but I wished I'd had a better mindset as what I have today. Today I want to be on time. I like to be early on time. Running late just makes me feel a lot of anxiety. I feel overwhelmed, unprepared, and I don't like that feeling. I like to be in control of what I need to get done and what I need to do. So I get up early and get my thing done. But what about y'all? Are y'all early birds? Well, I do have to get anyway. What I was getting back to, getting up early and everything. When I get up that early, I do not worry about my makeup. I don't put makeup on. I put my clothes on. I take my bath that night. I jump up in the mornings and do the little wipe up thing, where you, even though you took your shower that night, you still want to refresh yourself down there. And so I clean up again, and then I get dressed. And sometimes, if I feel like it, I will fix my hair with the curling iron. And I would have done that. But majority of the time, I'm throwing my hair up in a ponytail and putting my cap on. That's just me, because I'm like, I gotta go out the door. But, yeah, that's just me. Well, I enjoyed y'all hanging out with me today, and I'm gonna do another video later on today. I've got to make a Walmart trip and pick up some grocery items, and I'll take y'all along with me and let y'all see what all we have at our local Walmart and what they have to offer. All right, well, I love y'all, and God loves you more, and remember that be kind to one another, and take a moment and say a prayer thanking the Lord for a good day. Claim that day. Claim it. I had a friend tell me, she doesn't like to claim things like that. I was brought up doing that. I don't know if it's just, they say claim it in the name of the Lord. I was brought up like that, so it's kind of hard for me to change not doing that. But I want to claim today as a good day, and I hope that everything goes well for you guys too. All right, well, talk to you later. Peace.